Sa kanyang pagharap sa impeachment proceedings laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte, sinabi ng nagpakilalang dating aide at umunoy bagman na si Ramil Madriaga na naibahagi lang sa loob ng 24 oras ang 125 million pesos na halaga ng confidential funds umano ng Vice Presidente. Inutusan din daw siya ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte na maglipat umano noon ng milyon-milyong pisong halaga ng pera. Pinapanganiban Perez.
Nakadetine sa Camp Bagong Diwa, pero dinala sa Kamara kanina si Ramil Madriaga, ang nagpakilalang dating aide at umano'y bagman ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Sinampi na siya ng House Committee on Justice, kaugnay sa naging papel umano niya sa paggamit ng confidential funds ng Office of the Vice President at ng Department of Education sa ilalim ni Duterte. Pinabasa kay Madriaga ang kanyang supplemental affidavit kung saan nakalatag ang kanyang kaugnayan kay Duterte.
Her denial of any affiliation with me is absolutely false. She lied under oath in her perjury complaint against me.
Kasama sa affidavit ang ilang patunay raw rito, kabilang ang video ng pagkikita raw nila noong Davao City Mayor pa lang si Duterte.
Sino po yung sumigaw ng Sir Ram? Ito, ayan o. Ayan, Sir Ram. Sino yun?
Si BP Sara.
Sino po yung Sir Ram na tinatawag niya?
Ako po, Your Honor.
I wish to place on record that there is a voice which says, Sir Ram, while the video shows the Vice President handing the flag to Ramil Madriaga.
May screenshot din ng video conference nila kay Duterte nang mag-anunsyo itong hindi na tatakbong presidente noong eleksyon 2022.
I posted the screenshot of our video conference on my Facebook account with the caption just telling her I cannot vote intelligently without her name on the ballot. A printout of the Facebook post dated September 29, 2021 is here to attach.
May I know what's happening to you, Mr. Madriaga? You seem to be crying. You are nearly crying.
Malungkot lang po.
Idinetalye ni Madriaga ang pag-deliver niya ng mga pera sa iba't ibang individual sa utos-an niya ni VP Duterte.
In the morning of December 20, 2022, Sarah called me and she said, Sir Ram, please coordinate with Colonel Nolasco. Meron tayong deliver sa San Pablo, Laguna, sa Night Street, at sa Ombudsman. 4 large dark bags were unloaded from the vehicles. 3 large dark bags and 1 lighter colored and relatively smaller bag. Colonel Nolasco told me that each bag contained around 30 million pesos to 35 million pesos.
Nabanggit din ni Madriaga si PRRD, ang initials ng dating Pangulo na si President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Previously and upon direct instruction sa PRD, Sara, I've also delivered money to Ombudsman Samuel Martires Rotoni Ryan, which I usually place inside an open trunk of a designated car.
Sabi ni Madriaga, confidential funds daw ang mga ito.
A few years later, I read from several media reports that the 125 million pesos OBP confidential funds in 2022 were reportedly utilized in just 11 days. This is wrong because I personally disposed the money in less than 24 hours.
Ginamit din daw siya bilang dummy sa bank accounts para sa paglipat ng milyong-milyong pisong pera noong panunungkulan ni dating Pangulong Duterte.
These were opened by people close to PRRD who informed me that money will be transferred to these accounts for intelligence operation and for laundering.
Alam daw ito ng dating Pangulo at may mga pagkakataong inutusan pa siya nito.
I distinctly remember that PRRD directed me on 3 separate occasions to pick up 100 million from a bank inside the mall in Lubao, Pampanga, which were all delivered to Malacanang.
May iba pang iniutos umano sa kanya ang dating Pangulo.
PRRD specifically instructed me to monitor, operate, and sabotage former Senator Trillanes. However, PRRD was apprehensive in ordering the assassination of Senator Trillanes because of the latter's support and contact in the armed forces of the Philippines.
Humingi pa raw ang dating Pangulo ng tulong kay Madriaga tungkol sa problema umano ni Atty. Man Scarpio, ang asawa ng bise, kaugnay ng Bureau of Customs o BOC.
After 2 days, I went to the BOC to meet the female lawyer to discuss the release of construction equipment. This time, I learned that the construction equipment was actually magnetic lifters. The same were confiscated because it contained a large amount of shabu. However, the female lawyer informed me that it was difficult to release the same because it was a hot item. Later, I learned that the content of the magnetic lifters is at least 500 kilograms of shabu worth 4.3 billion pesos were mysteriously missing.
Iniutos din daw kay Madriaga ang pagbuo ng non-profit corporation para sa kandidatura ni Vice President Sara Duterte noong 2022. Ito ang ISIP o Initiative for Social Justice, Innovation and Progress, Pilipinas. Pero ang ibig sabihin umano para sa kanilang mga taga-suporta ay Inday Sara is my president. Isa sa mga nagbigay umano ng pondo para rito ang isang opisyal ng Pharmally.
Shortly after we organized ISIP, I was informed by PRRD that funding will be made available for the activities of ISIP through the contribution of his friends and supporters. One of those friends and supporters is Lin Wei Zhong, who was the financial officer of Pharmally Pharmaceuticals. Sometime in June or July 2021, PRRD informed me that someone will call me to directly coordinate the turnover of 175 million. I also remember that Michael Yang, a very close friend of PRRD who was frequently in Malacanang, also provided financial support.
Sabi ni Madriaga, matapos manalong bise ni Duterte, kasama raw siya ng kausapin ng dating Pangulo ang ilang retired general ng AFP para sa pagpapatalsik umano kay Pangulong Bongbong Marcos pagsapit ng 2025.
The general objective was to ensure that PBBM will only serve less than 4 years of his term as president, so that Sara, upon assumption to the presidency, will still be eligible for the presidency in 2028. In the event that BBM will not voluntarily step down or hand over the presidency to Sara, extraordinary measures of overthrowing BBM will be considered, which include assassination.
Sa affidavit ni Madriaga, lumalabas na naputol ang kanilang relasyon ni VP Duterte nang hindi siya nito tulungan sa kasong land grabbing na inilapit kay Madriaga ng ilang magsasaka sa Bataan. Pero may punto raw na binisita siya sa kulungan ng bise.
Sometime in October 2025, after I got arrested for alleged kidnapping, I was surprised to see Sara through the metal railings of the passageway. She smiled and waved at me. Jail Warden Sabiniano handed me a phone. When I said hello, I recognized the voice of Sara and she asked me about my well-being and conditions inside the detention facility. She was also apologetic for failing to do something or assist in my ongoing criminal case.
Sa isang punto sa pagdinig, tinanong si Madriaga kung may namilit o inialok sa kanya kapalit ng pagsusulat ng affidavit.
Hindi ka po ba napilitan na gawin ang anong komento affidavit na iyong sinabmit?
Hindi po ako napilitan, Madam Chair.
Wala bang pangakong palayain ka sa kulungan kapalit ng pagtestigo na ginagawa mo ngayon?
Hindi po ako humihingi ng anumang kapalit sa paggawa ko ng salaysay ko.
Hanggang alas 5 ng hapon lang pinayagan ng korte ang pagharap ni Madriaga sa House Committee. Bago siya umalis, pinirmahan at isinumite niya sa komite ang waiver sa bank secrecy law para mabusisi ang kanyang bank accounts. Sinisikap ng GMA News na makuha ang panig ng mga binanggit ni Madriaga sa kanyang pagharap sa Kamara. Ako si Tina Panganiban Perez